What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel that takes you through the fog. We are actually not at HHN. Tonight is the first inaugural night for Howl-O-Scream in Seaworld Orlando, as you guys can see behind us. We're really excited. This is the first time they've ever had it here, and what's really cool about it is it's another major event, Halloween event, coming to the Orlando area, which gives us something else to do. So super excited for today. We're going to be covering as much as we can when it's going through the scare zones. We're going to be going through all the houses. We're also going to be doing some interactive bars and some shows, so we can't wait to show all of you guys that. We do want to say SeaWorld for Howl-O-Scream is open September 10th, if I get this right, October 31st. Yes. So it's open just like pretty much the same time that Horror Nights closes out on Halloween night. We're still learning some of the information.
It's brand new to us.
Yeah, so we're trying to like not look into as much info as possible. We want to be surprised with this event, but we're going to show you everything that we can. So let's get started with today's event at Howl-O-Scream. Alright guys, so as you can see throughout the event, it's pretty awesome, not gonna lie. It got really dark really quick here. One thing we were thrown off is that going through the scare zones, we didn't realize how dark it was gonna be.
Yeah, there's not a lot of lighting in them, so it's very dark, which adds to the scare factor.
Yeah, it makes it a little scarier, which of course that's what we're here for. We also went through all of these scare zones. We also did 2 of the mazes or houses, whatever you want to call them, that's here. And we're about to actually go through one of the shows right now, and that's all within the first 2.5 hours. So I know they sell like the front of the line passes.
The lines have been super short.
Yeah, very short. So I don't know if it's something I would recommend getting. However, it is the first night and it did pour down at the beginning.
That's
so
true.
It could be like scaring some people away, but we're not too sure how packed this event will get.
Yeah.
Maybe later on we will figure that out.
Now the lines do move a little slow because they do pulse you through. They're not having it like a conga line where you all just walk through consistently. They do stop you and then let the next group in and then stop. So the lines do move slow even though they are short. So if you don't want to wait in any line at all, then get the like...
Yeah, then do the front of line pass. But I will also say another thing we noticed too is that each of the houses, they don't have a posted wait time.
Correct.
So you're walking in blind. That line could be... Got Mako running behind us. But that line could be like 2 minutes, have no idea, or the line could be like 35 minutes.
Yeah, and you can't see the line from where you enter. No. It's like, for at least the houses we've done, it's like around the corner, so you have no idea.
Yeah, it's backstage, so you don't really get a good viewing of it until you get back there. Now, the first house we did was, I think, Captain's Revenge, and it had a nice facade and everything. It was actually like, we waited maybe 30 seconds for the house.
Yeah, there was one
no
group
wait at
in
all.
front of us.
Yeah, so we went through it. It was actually pretty well done. Now, these houses, it's like, the areas they have are very small, but they make it seem very big.
It's very long.
It's long, yeah. But they do pretty well. Now, they don't have like the traditional triggers that Horror Nights has, so a lot of the scares are very raw. So there's a lot of like
the scare actors actually
screaming and like they'll hit things, which that to us scares us a little more,
like
just because it's startling. So, but overall, not too bad for that house.
So the next house that we went through was called Dead Vines. Dead Vine?
Dead Vines.
Yes.
I think with an S.
And this one, again, another long one. We waited a little bit longer for this one, but honestly, like, not bad.
It's
maybe 10 minutes.
10 to 15 minutes, I would say.
And it was cool. It was very long. Like we said, there was a lot of things hanging down.
Oh my gosh.
Like, that you have to kind of like push through.
That's one thing they don't have at HHN this year, we notice, is they usually have like those flaps blocking that you have to kind of go through. This house had a lot of that. I feel like the whole time I was just like, I can't see anything.
Yeah.
But it was very well done. Like, they had a couple actors like in ghillie suits, and some actors were really good with their narration, because they're kind of spieling and going along with the storyline, so you kind of pick up what's happening in the house. But it was overall pretty fun.
I did like the first one that we did, the pirate themed one. I did like that one a little bit better, just because the scenes had a little bit more theming to them, a lot more detail.
Yeah.
Whereas the Vine one was just a lot of
It's like foliage and stuff. But like Stephanie said, Captain's Revenge, there was so many like props and scenes where they had like rock work, and then there was a lot, you were on a pirate ship and they had like gold and everything like that, lots of skulls. So that one was really neat, so we liked it. But we're about to go into a show right now, and then when we get done, we're going to go do the other two houses, which are towards the front entrance of the park. We're actually towards the back, worked our way to the back, and we'll work our way to the front. So we'll catch you in a minute. Alright guys, so we just finished up watching Monster Stomp. It was a very high energetic show. The show was really fun to watch. We have some clips in there that you guys get to see, but definitely need to check it out when you come here. There's plenty of show time, so you have plenty of time in the day to be able to check it out. But with that, we still have 2 more houses to check out, as well as one more show, which is the Siren song. That one's on top of my list because we get to see the actual like sirens, which is kind of like the icons for this event right now in a sense. So we're gonna go see them and maybe do one interactive bar, and then we'll pretty much wrap it up for the night. So let's head on to the front of the park for that.
By the way, we are kind of hanging out in this quiet area. It is back by where the sharks are and by that show that we just went to. And it's nice and quiet back here. You kind of hear Mako, but other than that, it's like nice secluded spot if you want to come eat. If you want to come eat, have your drink, get away from the scares, this is a great place to do that.
House number 3.
we just got out of Beneath the Ice, and this was our third of the 4 houses. This was probably our favorite one so far.
So far, yeah.
It just had the most effects. There were a lot of like those like zapping sounds.
Oh yeah.
The theme
like
of this one is that you're like at a
kind of like a lab or a research facility that's kind of gotten like
Went
trapped and
awry.
lost and it's like stuck beneath the ice kind of thing. So
So it was cool. There were a lot of scare actors in there. I feel
There's
like
a lot
more
more
than the other houses.
The house felt bigger too, or like
Yes.
longer. There was more,
Yeah.
and the sets were larger as well.
Yes, so that is our favorite so far. We do still have one more to go through, but after that we'll kind of have our list and ranking.
Yeah, but also a huge shout out to the team member that allowed us to film through that house. Now I will say, as you guys watch that, it is a little dark, so I'm not too sure how much you guys get to see, but we went ahead and just did the whole walkthrough so you guys can see everything that we saw from the perspective of me and seeing Stephanie, because she's the more like tougher one. So we usually have her go forward. But all around, it was a fun house. We enjoyed it. A lot of energy from the scare actors, which is great. But we still have one more house to go through, and then we also have one more show. And that's going to do it for us here tonight.
I am the darkness. When we Sirens were young, this world was ours. We have remained below the water's edge, letting you grow and become plump and content with the world. And now that we have returned to feast, what have we found? A changed world. The water, the source of all life. You have tried to take it from us. Howl and scream, howl and scream.
Alright guys, so we are back in the parking lot up at the front entrance. We finished up the last show that we had to see, which was the Siren song, something like that. Tonight we've been bad with the names. We haven't really been paying attention to it too much.
We're just not used to having to do so much homework beforehand because we're just used to like HHN and knowing everything. But
and like we said, we came in this event with like nothing in mind, just like acting like we were brand new to see what we expected. And that's what you're getting. The show was overall, it wasn't too bad. We enjoyed it a little bit more than the Monster Stomp one.
It depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, like there was things from that Monster Stomp that we enjoyed, and then there's things in the Sirens one that were like, it's all right. But overall, the shows weren't too bad.
Yeah, they were good.
Not our favorite, but not too bad.
So then the last house that we did go through was the Water's Edge Inn, and this one was pretty good. There were a lot more effects than the first 2 houses that we went through. The storyline was a little confusing. We're not sure exactly what was supposed to be going on.
If you don't read the description for it, you won't know anything in this house. But the scenes and the sets were a little big, which was great, but the problem is they didn't really have a lot of scare actors in it, so a lot of it felt empty. But overall, it was a decent house. It was cool just to go through another house that we haven't been through and kind of get some scares for the night.
So that does it for us at Howl-O-Scream Seaworld Orlando. Overall, our favorite house, I think, has to be the
Arctic one, Beneath the Ice.
Yes. This also is the one that is connected to the bar, the interactive bar, so you can like pay a few dollars to hit a button and scare people and watch them get scared as they go through, which is kind of fun to watch. It's really funny, honestly. But
we stood there for a minute watching people get scared.
But the scare that it happens, like the scare that
the trigger
happens,
sets off,
it's actually like pretty scary when you go through the house.
Probably the best effect they have for the entire event. Also, they had lots of interactive and themed bars, which was really neat. We planned to go through them. We actually just walked in, walked out. We didn't really get anything from them just because we wanted to spend more time in the scare zones, which they were cool. The scare zones were fun. It's more raw. It's not like Horror Nights is, but there was like some of the scare zones were like long and very detailed, which we actually really liked a lot because it just felt like there was a lot of scare actors.
They're like never ending. Like you think that it's done and then another scare actor
just
comes
keeps on going. So that's one thing that we did like from the scare zones.
And that kind of just like wraps up our entire experience. We realized that this is their first night of the first year that they've ever had this. So a lot of things were like, okay, we're interested to see how that evolves and gets better during the run and in years to come. Yeah,
we definitely need to come back a second time more at the end of the event just to see how it's changed from the first night to now. But like Stephanie said, first night, not too bad. We enjoyed it. As a local, it's great to have another haunt, especially in a theme park like SeaWorld. Other than that, that's it for us, guys. We're super tired. We got more events coming up. Until then, can't wait to catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.